Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna get to the number 4 question.
All right.
Is Cat a good fit for the Knicks? Do you pass or shoot?
Man.
More New Yorker?
I'm gonna pass.
I didn't think that
one. And I wanna shoot so bad on that one. But to be honest with you, they haven't shown me anything to make me feel otherwise.
Mm.
The Knicks have not shown me anything this season that they didn't show me the season before to make me say this was the best decision that the Knicks could have made. Like, Cat is going to be the reason that we're number 2 or 3 on the East. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying that they haven't shown me anything yet to make me believe it. There's been no time when I'm like, man, did you see Brunson and Cat? And it was the most amazing game. They ran out of there and they had 80 points and, 10 and 10. Like, just haven't shown me anything. Like, I've seen Giannis and Dame have a game together where it's like, wow, sorry, I apologize. That was an amazing game. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dame just dropped 30. Giannis dropped 30 and 14. Like, that's what it is. The Knicks just haven't shown me that yet.
Oh, so you saying you haven't seen them have Brunson and Cat have a game great together that show you like it's gonna be a 1-2 punch,
right?
No matter which way it's coming,
That's right. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen both of them have good games. Well, I've seen Hart have a good game. But I haven't seen it yet to where I can honestly say that was the best decision that the Knicks made.
And to be honest with you, I was a little shocked with this answer. And looking at it right now and hearing what you're saying, you're correct. And I think I blame Brunson.
Okay, see now it's about to get deep because I need to understand why.
I blame Brunson.
Okay.
He need to publicly say that Cat is our best player. Yeah. Because beginning of the season when Brunson was being Brunson and Cat wasn't getting shots.
That's right. I remember.
I hate to say this about a grown man, but you have some people that no matter how great they are, they need for other people to know that they're great. So you have to have validation.
Okay.
And right now, if he was to say like how D-Wade said it about LeBron.
This is LeBron's team. You have to be the man.
It ain't about being your team.
Right.
He's our best player. We have to feed him and give him the ball.
That's right.
Because our wins determine on him. Wink, wink.
Gotcha.
Because Brunson is the most valuable player on the team.
I got you.
But he could let Cat be the best and Cat have the energy to go play because that was Cat's problem in Minnesota. It wasn't his talent. It was his motor.
It's never been his talent. That's right.
And right now, Cat is he's the best shooting big man in the league.
I agree. I agree.
And he played defense once he's scoring and stuff.
Yeah.
So long as you keep his motor running. So right now, I feel like once Robinson come back, and play center, and he moved to the 4, I think it'll be a better fit for them. But right now, like you said, it's hard to tell.
Right. And I think it'll be a better fit for him at the 4 as well. I just think I'm intrigued by the fact that you said you blame Brunson, but I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, it makes sense because you have some people like that who needs that validation. It makes sense.
I'm going to say this. When I was in New York playing basketball, right, I played on a team with Rafer.
I remember that.
Austin, Dip Tamalo. I played on teams with him. I played on teams with Shine Holloway. And some people will say Skip is better.
Right.
But to me, Shaheem was a better leader to me. When I played on his team, I'm not acting like I'm some all-world player.
Right. No, I get you.
I came off the bench a lot. Sometimes I started, depending who was playing or who came to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it came to Shaheem, he looked at what you was good at. He motivated you. Yo, Murph, you just be open, or Murph, you just be here. That's my nickname. You know, Murph.
Yeah,
Just call me Air Murph back in the day. But he just
shout outs to Air Murph.
He just lets you do what you do, and he sets you up. You just be open there. If I drive, just cut. If I do this, he just let you be your player. And by him doing it, it made me play defense harder for him.
See, and we don't. It's no players like that in the league anymore. Like, I would say maybe Jimmy Butler could be like one of the best players, but look at you, say you're good at this. Just be behind the 3-point line. Like, even one time we discussed how Jimmy Butler would let his team be good throughout the season. So when the playoffs came, they had that confidence.
Yeah, and that's big. That's big. But I feel like when it comes to that, I've been on teams like that. Like, people might say, what make this guy feel like he know basketball? I breathe basketball. I love basketball.
Oh, yeah, no. I know that.
And I see the game a little bit different. Not always the best way, but I see it a little bit different.
Right.
And what I realized that when you're a player and you have players with different temperaments.
Right.
That's the right word?
That's the perfect word.
Yeah. You got to identify who they are, and you got to put them in a position to be the best. And sometimes, even if you got to tell them as a parent, you could sing, that's just not your song.
That's a fact. And that's what broke the Nets up. That's a whole nother story. Yeah. But that's you're absolutely correct.
So we don't get to pass and shoot. This is the last question. I got a bonus question for you. It's not on the paper.
Okay.
I'm going to do this every time we do it together.
He set me up. Okay.
Because this is Eddie Kane right here. This is Eddie Kane. So he might not be at the show. He might, he might slide in like halfway to,
dang.
But anyway, question number 5 is the Thunder the best team in the West? Do you pass or shoot on that?
You know what? Can I pass, catch it, and then shoot it?
Explain.
All right. So I think that the Thunder are the best regular season team on the West right now. But I don't think that they're going to be the Western Conference champion. Or even if they're going to make the Western Conference final.
You think they will make it?
I'm not sure.
I got you.
I don't think they'll be the Western Conference champions. I don't think they're going to go to the championship. The finals. No. But do I believe that they may very well be the best regular season team on the West? Yes. Almost how Milwaukee that year, what season was it? Was it 18-19?
Okay.
They were like really, really good. They were probably the best team on the East. But they just weren't ready to win. I think that year, who they run into, was it Miami?
Might have been.
Yeah, Miami built that wall on them. But yeah, I think though that they're the best regular season team on the West. So I'm gonna pass and shoot.
I got you.
Yeah, so I just don't think they're gonna pull it off.
You say they're the best regular season team on the West.
Definitely.
But when the playoff comes, you don't think they're going to be the best team on the
West?
Nah,
I think it's too many teams that, and again, I said this once before, look out for Dallas, man.
You said that as soon as the season started.
I did. I'm liking, look out for Dallas.
Yeah.
They may be a sleeper team. They going to confuse a lot of people. They're going to hurt a lot of people. So, but just teams like that on the West, it makes it hard for, especially a young team like OKC. And shout outs because they have one of the best players in the league. Yeah. Let's get that straight away. They have one of the best players in the league.
And we even argue he's in the top as far as foreign players.
That's right. International
players.
International
European player, but he's like, nah, Canada's not.
I mean, it's international, but it's not foreign. But yeah, no, he's definitely one of the best international players. It's hard to probably not put him in the top 5. I mean, like you look at what he's doing and then look at what his team is doing. Like, so I don't. And OKC, they're a young team. They're fairly young, so I question their experience. I question their killer instinct too. That it always comes down to that. Okay, like, where's that at? So we'll see, though.
Yeah, we'll see. I like them. I probably would have shot with it.
Okay.
But what you said made a lot of sense.
Okay.
As far as, because when the playoffs start, everything get different. Anyway.
That's right. Definitely.
Everything get different. But I think they're the best team in the West. But I still see it how you see it, as far as they might not come out of the West.
I got you.
Because you believe Boston is the best in the East, and they coming out.
Oh yeah, Boston is coming out of the East. Unless we have like some super duper trades before the deadline, Boston is coming out of the East.
I got you. So I'm gonna run this by you. I'm gonna say this because we're gonna give a shout out to what's going on in the league right now.
Okay.
And right now, Chris Paul being the first NBA player with 20,000 plus points, right, and over 12,000 assists.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, on its own. Like, I don't even know what else.
I just want to hear your feedback on that.
Well, and here's something crazy. We discuss sports all the time. Sure. And we conversed about Chris Paul some years ago. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't put Chris Paul in my top 5 point guards of all time. I said, he might not even make my top 6. And we debated it for a while, and it made me go home. And I started looking at Chris Paul's stats. And I was like, I'm ignorant. I was like, I don't know nothing about basketball. Because Chris Paul, you take away your Magics and all of that when you look at modern day point guards. Because again, with the positionless basketball, Chris Paul maintained being a point guard. His position. Yeah, like he was always a point guard. Like you look at these point guards that's averaging 20-something points and 5 assists. Like you're more of a 2 guard, but Chris Paul, he has always been a point guard, and I can't speak for the 80s and the 70s, but outside of Michael Jordan, Chris Paul may be the best floor general that we have ever seen. Ever.
I agree.
Yeah, the biggest mistake that Phoenix made with that talent around them was getting rid of Chris Paul.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was a contract issue or because some players wasn't feeling how he demand. Like Chris Paul is like your uncle in overalls. You have an uncle in overalls, you have an uncle in a Kango. They both your uncle, you respect both of them. You just know they come from different places.
That's right.
The one in the overalls come from hard work, discipline. The one in the Kango, you might slide you some cocaine. But he's still young.
That's right. You still gotta love him.
Yeah, you do. And you might need the cocaine. But we don't get back to the bonus question.
Okay. Before you say that, can I just say congratulations to Chris Paul on that? That's a big achievement.
Congratulations. Yeah. All right. The bonus question. I thought about this because I was watching the NBA. KD's back.
My man.
Do you feel like Phoenix going to make a run this year?
You would have. Yeah. What you got against me? Nah, just oh man. All right. So anybody that knows me knows that I'm like the hugest KD fan. Like, I think after Michael Jordan, it's KD for me. Like, that's my list. But for some reason, KD just cannot take a team there. Yeah, I don't, and I can say that's not a knock on KD, but it definitely sounds like a knock on KD, and it's not his talent, it's he just wants to play basketball, in my opinion. I don't think KD cares about the MVPs and being considered the greatest in the NBA at the time. Like, at this point, he just wants to play. He's playing to play basketball. Like, I believe that he wouldn't care if they went to the finals and he was the MVP or not. But with all of that being said, no. I don't think that Phoenix is going to make a run because Phoenix is weak. Like, Phoenix is weak. And we know if we push them around enough and get them upset, that they'll fold.
I'm glad I gave this question. Continue.
But yeah, we know they'll fold. We've seen it before in certain players, which I'm not going to say any names. But we know if we bump him enough times, he's going to stop scoring. He's going to miss, So, and then defensively, what do they have to offer?
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, they may be like, Phoenix may be the best worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Like, they offer nothing defensively. Even when you look at the Nets, when they had, every player that we possibly wanted, But when you looked at them defensively, like, it says something when your best defensive player is Blake Griffin. Like, I think that says a lot about a team. And that's where Brooklyn was at. And I look at Phoenix, and they got rid of a lot of their core defenders, when they brought in KD and all these guys. Like, and it seems it's a story we hear so often. Let's bring in the great offensive players and get rid of all of our defensive guys that made us good.
Yeah. Let me interject real quick. And everything that you said, I agree.
Okay.
I agree with everything that you said. But this is the biggest thing that everybody overlooked. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and KD is the same player with different heights. And I'm not saying that neither one of them is KD level. But what I'm saying is, at the level KD is right now, he's not the defender he was at OKC or even at Golden State. He still try to play defense.
Right.
Maybe more than Devin Booker
Definitely.
and Bradley Beal.
Definitely.
But these players, which is KD's more efficient than them.
Right.
But these are all jump shooters.
Yeah.
So when you have jump shooter talent, where does the game, because it's an inside-outside game.
Right.
These players, they have the same role. They're the same position. They position less, but they're the same players. Of course, KD is the greater out of them.
Right.
But they have the same players. And that's why when you have a Tatum, a Brown, which is similar, but they play defense.
And they have different tools. I get exactly what you're saying.
And that's why when you was going on, I was like, oh, I said this years ago. When they got Bradley Beal, they got baby KD.
Yeah.
A smaller KD. You got somebody that could score, and even though he was injured, you got somebody that can light it up.
Oh, yeah.
But you have, the way he scores is different.
No matter what size the screwdriver is, it's ultimately going to do the same thing.
Exactly.
And you're absolutely
right. And that's
right.
what they have right there. And then the other players that they have around them, they don't have no two-way players. They don't have no tough people. And I feel like you got to have one of your top two players, one of them got to have an engine or a motor that really separates them from the other player.
That's right.
And I believe that KD and Booker and all of them is the same.
That's right.
And I wish that Booker was the guy, because I'm like, KD's my favorite player too.
Right.
KD and Dame Lillard. Those are like my two favorite players in the league.
Right.
And right now, I wish that KD, I know who he is. I wish that Booker would step up, but now we gotta say we kind of know who he is too.
Right. I think the jury is out. The verdict is out. We know who he is.
Yeah. So right now, but I had to ask you that. So now this is a part of the show. We go to the bottom 5.
Okay.
So we go 66 through 70. So we're gonna start with. I got your list there this time.
Yes, sir. I got it. I'm ready.
I didn't give you the things I wrote here.
Okay.
But Dave Bing is number 70.
Okay.
He got 24 GOAT metric points. He played 12 years.
Okay.
The good thing about it, he has a Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
And he has 1 scoring title.
Okay.
He has 3 All-NBA selections. So that's how he get his 24 points.
I was going to ask.
Yeah. Okay. I know it. That's why I'm going to give it to you. And then we're going to talk about all of them collectively instead of one person.
Gotcha.
So then we got Damian Lillard. He's number 69 on the GOAT metric list. He has 26 points. He played 12 years in the NBA.
Okay.
All right. He has a Rookie of the Year, which was impressive. And he has 7 All-NBA selections, which is impressive. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't realize, like, a lot of players do not have a lot of All-NBA selections.
That's a fact.
And he has 7 in 12 years, which is astonishing.
That's a fact.
Now we have Ray Allen, which is number 68. Yeah, he played 18 years, and he has 26 points. He's tied with Damian Lillard.
Right, I'm looking at that.
He's tied with him. But the thing about his points, he got 2 championships. So his 20 points out of his 26 is by a team award.
Okay.
And then he has 2 All-NBA selections in 18 years.
Wait, I'm sorry. Let me just catch that. He has 2 championships, which gives him 20 points.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So he only have 2 All-NBA.
That gave him the 6 points.
Yes.
Wow.
Now we go to number 20. No, we go to number 67, which is Paul Pierce. It's ironic, like he's that close to Ray.
To Ray Allen.
Yeah, that's like Paul's gonna be mad about that.
Oh yeah.
But he has 27 points. He has 27 points, and he has 19 years. Okay. So Paul Pierce points come from 1 championship, 1 Finals MVP, which is big. Okay. Then he got 4 All-NBA selections. Let's take this in brief for a minute. Damian Lillard has 7 in 12 years. Paul Pierce has 4 in 19 years. Yeah. Get your hand out my cookie jar.
That's brother. A little different.
G over here in my snacks and stuff. I've been on a snack for like the last 20 minutes.
You ain't the only one.
Yeah, I'm trying not to eat on camera.
I done ate all the skin off my lips.
You know what I'm saying? So then number 66 is Carmelo. Ooh. With 28 points.
Oh.
Yo, you leave Melo alone, baby.
Well, we know it ain't no championships, but go ahead.
So you got 19 years. So you got 1 scoring title and 6 All-NBA selections. So 3 times 6 is what?
18.
That's how he got his point. And 1 scoring title. So that's what we lead. We're gonna leave the show with that. If you want to talk about any of the scores, we didn't do it the last time.
Right.
Then we're gonna do our closing with Wilt, and we're gonna let it be. But right now, if you want to speak on anything about the bottom 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, the only thing I would say about this bottom 5 is that Damian Lillard, and this was my issue with a lot of people making the list prematurely, like that was still playing and wasn't close to retirement, because Damian Lillard, and you know he with Giannis now, all it's gonna take is one title, and he's gonna jump up, you know, on the GOAT metric scale. What is Dame, about 34 maybe?
I don't know. I'm thinking
somewhere around there.
He might have came in the league at 22.
I think him and Anthony Davis came in the same year, right?
I don't know, because I'm thinking, because he been in the league for 12 years, right?
Okay.
So I'm thinking, did he finish school? Did he do 4 years? So was he 22 or was he 20?
Yeah.
So he could be like 32 or
32, 33, yeah. So he has time. 34. So he's 34. Thanks to the producer. Shout out. So he's 34 years old, and we know in today's basketball, you can push it to 38 easily, and still compete on a high level. Mm-hmm. So he still has time. If he wins a title, or even a few more All NBA teams, things like that, he'll be a lot higher up on the list. So that's really the only person I can speak on, because these other guys, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, their points are set.
Yeah.
And they already played so many more years than him. I'm a little disappointed in Carmelo.
I was too, because he's in the top 10.
Right.
As a matter of fact.
Oh, wait.
His score might be higher.
Because he's...
No. That's why his score is high, because really, that would have been... Oh.
Yeah, 6 is 18. He doesn't have... Oh, the scoring title gave him 10. So that's 28.
Yeah, we got to check. It might be a stat check.
So he might be let's go to land the basketball. Let's do it. This is what I love right here. This is the essence of the GOAT metrics right here.
Because he should be in the top 10
of scoring all time.
Yeah, so therefore he's going to be at 38. So Melo is going to jump up.
Oh, right.
He's going to jump up.
Because I was a little disappointed in Melo, like that score.
Yeah, so let's look at my list right here. Right. So if he jumps up to 38,
land the basketball,
he could be right up under James Worthy.
Ooh, that's big.
Yeah,
that's big right there. Let's see.
Looking at all-time leaders in points.
Yeah, in points, right?
Yeah. Melo, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, man. I had a lot going on. You see me rubbing my neck right here. My neck hurt, Melo, man.
Hey, listen, at least he ain't do you like he did Reggie. He set me up with Reggie Miller, man. All right, Carmelo.
He should be in the top 10. I think he got over 28,000 points.
Nope. Number 12.
He dropped out.
That's right. Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant pushed him out.
No mistake at all.
Hey. Damn.
What's his points?
His points are 28,289.
He's at number 12. So who's number 11?
Actually, Shaquille O'Neal is number 11. So it looks like Carmelo would have been 11 anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, because nobody else.
Okay, yeah. Right, you know what I was thinking? It was a few years ago when I started this a few years ago.
Okay.
So I think when I started it, he was in the top 10. Maybe not.
I mean, if Shaq was still playing, because it would have to be Shaquille
Yeah,
O'Neal.
because Kevin Durant, he'd still been like number 11 or something like that.
Right.
Because the top 10 guys, they're none of them still active except for LeBron, KD. Yeah, nobody else is in the top 10 that's active.
So that's good, because KD is going to jump up. He finished this year out. KD might jump up to number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And that right there, folks, is the greatness of the GOAT metrics. You just never know.
And the thing about it, KD's score, he got an extra 10 for jumping into the top 10.
That's right.
And it helped him out. It put him above some players.
Did you recalculate that already?
Yes, I did. Once I did this, that's why I kind of knew, but I second guess myself. I made mistakes.
Oh, yeah, we all do.
So, but I went by this thoroughly. But when KD went up after last year, the 23-24 season ended, he went up. Because his numbers wasn't as impressive, but that extra 10 points
helped him out a lot.
Yeah.
Can't wait till we get to KD.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Because, you got anything you want to say about Wilt before we close out?
Nah, nothing that I haven't already said. I just want to shout out to Wilt, what he's done for basketball, as far as like being a big man in basketball. And I look at Jokic now, and I say, Wilt, you the reason that I had to sit here and talk about Jokic. Because he out here trying to assist the ball. But definitely shout outs to you. Shout outs to GOAT Metrics, man. Let's do it again.
All right. I don't know how true this is, but I'm gonna step out on a limb right here. Wilt Chamberlain might have combined 5 statistical categories. He might have the highest average. Oh. Yeah, like 30, 20, and whatever else, everything else.
Nah, I don't think you probably going out on a limb there. I mean, just thinking about that. Should have mentioned it before we closed out.
I didn't think about it until we was just talking about it, because I was trying to think of something to end the show with, and for him to have that, because this is points and rebounds alone is like 50 points.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And just say with LeBron and Mike, LeBron averaged 27, Mike averaged 30, and 5, and 5, and 5. If he averaged 5 all the way around, he's still only like 55.
That's right.
Which we know he didn't average 5 steals or 5 blocks or any of that. And just like LeBron, if he averaged 27, 8, and 8, you know?
Right. I really wish we could I'm going to do as much research as possible to try to find some of his block stats and things like that. Yeah. I'll have it for you next show if I can find anything.
Yeah, because I would love to have that. I would love to have that.
Oh, yeah.
And I know we didn't do Micah justice last week because it was new. We're going to run another special on Mike. We don't know when we're going to do it. We're not going to do a whole show on Mike, but we're going to get back to some of his greatness and some of the things that he done just to, put some respect on Mike's name.
Definitely that.
We was learning. First GOAT metric, we was learning.
Oh, yeah. And we still learning.
Definitely, but we growing.
Yeah.
All right, so like I'm going to say after every show, titles is earned, awards is given. Let's get it. GOAT metric.